Central Avenue, Albany.
Welcome back to Racing Across America. Happy to be joined now by the bug boy up here at Saratoga, Eric Cancel. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning.
Happy to have you on board, and you're putting together a pretty good season up here at Saratoga. I was looking, 6 wins so far, and I copied the prices: 26, 28, 38, 49, 21, 27. A positive ROI for Mr. Cancel. You're bringing in the prices, and we like to see that.
Yeah, I mean, I've done it with a lot of hard work, and I want to thank all the trainers that have gave me the opportunity to ride the horses and give me the confidence to ride them.
Yeah, John Terranova had 3 of the winners.
Yeah.
Paracella, Shug McGahee, Jimmy Bond. So you spread them around a little bit. Let's go back though, and I'm curious. How old are you?
19.
19 years old. Give us a little bit of your background. How'd you get into the horse racing game?
My mom and dad, they both were jockeys. They've been in the racing industry a long time. And I mean, since I was a little kid, I was around in the track, around horses. So that's how I got really into the sport.
Your mother was a jockey too?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. And this was in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And I understand you went to jockey school down there.
Yeah, I went to jockey school. I spent 2 years in jockey school, and after that I graduated this year in January and started riding January 1st.
Talk a little bit about jockey school and what the program is they bring you through.
Well, in jockey school you start being a groom. You start like being a groom, taking care of the horse. After that you start going to they have a little round pen that they take you there to start teaching you how to ride a horse. And after that, well, you'll be getting like we say, level by level until you get to go to the track. That's where all the jockeys work already, the exercise riders, and it's a really nice experience because not too many people get to learn it like that. You don't get to learn good about the horse. I mean, some of them, they just start riding a horse and they take off. Over there, they make you start from the bottom, like we say.
Yeah, and that does seem like a good background.
Yeah.
So you know the physiology of the horse,
Yep.
and the feeding and the health care and all that as well. So it does seem like a solid background. Now, 2 years you were in jockey school?
Yeah, I was 2 years in jockey school.
And did you start riding in Puerto Rico after that?
Yeah, after that. I started my first race in Puerto Rico that I was riding. That was my first victory. So my
nice.
race,
First time out.
Yeah.
Nice.
And after that, I was riding in Puerto Rico like for 2 weeks until I won my 4th race. And then Angel called me and he wanted me to go to Miami. And from there on, I've been working with him.
Angel Cordero.
Yeah.
Who you're living with at the meet here.
Yeah.
So he called you up and brought you to the United States, but Florida.
Yeah.
Why was that the first stop?
Because in that moment he was with Johnny over there. The meet was like, the big meet was there at that time. So he just stopped me for 2 months. I didn't ride for 2 months. He just was teaching me how we ride here in the States. He just wanted me to take a good time in my head, like working with the horses and everything. And after 2 months, I started riding and I win like 5 races in Gulfstream. From there, I came to Aqueduct.
And what was that experience like, having Angel Cordero as your mentor? And were you familiar with Angel before that?
Yeah, I've never knew Angel before that. I mean, my mom knew Johnny since they were in jockey school because they went in jockey school together. So they got in contact, and my mom tried to talk with Johnny to have Angel like my agent, and well, everything went well, and I started working with him, and it's a really nice experience, and he's a really tough person to be around and work with.
And certainly those of us up here in Saratoga are familiar with Angel Cordero, the king of Saratoga, and now you're living with him during the meet. So talk a little bit about, after a race day, going home to Angel and what he gives you there.
Well, usually when I finish the races that I go back home, he just tells me what I did wrong in each race, what it cost me to race, and the mistakes that I made. He just goes back through it with me, and he tells me, don't do this again for next time, and we just every single day is like that. And after that, we just hang around in the house. We keep watching races, like from Santa Anita and all that. We keep watching races.
So there's a lot of video work, looking
Yeah.
back at the races from
Yeah.
that day, and very good. And talk a little bit about the video work. I'm always curious with jockeys. It seems like the guys who are really plugged in do well. It's more than just showing up that day. There's the day before, the morning of, the studying, the past performances, and looking at the videos of the horses you're going to be riding there. How much of that prep work do you do?
To be honest, I usually just prepare myself the same day that I ride. I mean, I go to the jocks room, I just watch the program, and I'll go through some of the races. And the biggest thing that I think that has helped me a lot, that I ride with confidence. I mean, I'm not scared of riding however I need to ride. That's just a matter of time. You get your confidence, and that's what, for me, has kept me on going.
And talk a little bit about the move from Florida to New York and a jockey's colony of big names, experienced riders, particularly up here in Saratoga. What's it like being in that jockey's room?
It's really nice. I mean, because you're surrounded of so many good people and so many good jockeys. At the beginning, it's really tough because you just, like we say, you're getting to his house, to his territory. So you're just starting from the bottom, and little by little, you got to build up your name, and just you have to bond really good with them, because that's a really good thing to do. If you bond really good with them, you have them on your side.
And as I say, there's guys, the Johnny Velasquez and, all the other guys that are Castellano and whatnot, the experienced guys who have been around for years. Do they give you, when you get back to the jockey's room, you get some mentoring and advice from those guys?
Yeah, you usually do. Sometimes they get mad at me because I make some moves. I mean, I'm a bug boy. I do my bad mistakes, but they just want me to learn the right way, and I mean, I appreciate it a lot. They've done a lot of good stuff for me, and I appreciate it.
And how much longer do you have the bug?
I have my bug until March.
Very good. You remember the name of your first winner?
Of my career?
Yeah.
Señorita Le Dice.
How about the first one in the United States?
It was for Kirk Sadie.
We'll let you go on that one. I just wondered if you remember. Everybody remembers the first one of the career.
Yeah.
No question about it. Let's take a look at a couple that they won up here with. And again, it's some really nice prices. 6 wins so far at the meet, and for a 5-pound apprentice, it's a pretty good meet so far. And there's still some time to go. But we're going to go back to July 30th, when it could have been your first win at the meet. In fact, Fast Retailing, 13-1. You were riding for Shug McGahee, so clearly you're attracting the attention of some of the more prominent trainers.
Yeah.
Fast Retailing is going to be the #1 horse, and most of your wins up here were on the front end. Fast Retailing is a horse that's going to come from behind a little bit. Again, it will be the #1 horse in the replay we watch, and a nice ride for Shug McGahee. As I say, it's great to be riding for big outfits like that.
Yeah. I don't think that's the race.
Is this not the race?
No, that's not the race.
Oh, we got the wrong race there. All right. Well, you knew it right away. I like that.
Yeah, I won that race too, but it wasn't that one.
Then that was the second race that we were
Yeah.
going to take a look at. That was that Harp and Halo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Harping Hollow, I think it was. Something.
Yeah, we were going to take a look at that one as well, because that was one of the front end races, and so I'll see what the guys may have queued up as they tell me in my ear, and we'll go back. Okay, we'll go with Harp and Halo, I'm being told. And as I say, most of your wins, it seems like, have been on the front end. This one was on the front end, 23-1 for John Terranova. And again, you had 3 so far for John Terranova.
Yeah.
And this is a nice ride because it's on the front end, and you just hold off a real oncoming cavalry charge.
Yeah.
And talk a little bit about, again, most of them have been on the front end. Is that what you like to do, go out there and take control of the race early?
Yeah, I mean, my races, almost all my races that I could say that I could won, has been in the front all the time. I mean, when I go to the lead, I have a little bit more patience. I have a little bit more of control in my mind with the pace. So that's what helps me a lot, being in front, and that's why I like it.
And pace is something, to me, it's interesting when jockeys, they talk about the clock in the head, and I think in recent years we don't see as much of that as when I first got into the game. It seems like more of the jockeys had that clock in the head. Is that something you learned in jockey school, or maybe more importantly, is that something you learned from Angel Cordero?
I mean, I learned it from Angel, to be honest. I knew a little bit about it when I was in jockey school because they try to teach you a little bit, but over here working with Angel, he teaches you much more with that, because that's what he told me, that it's gonna get me a better successful career. So, I mean, I started working on it, and day by day I start getting better and better, and it had helped me a lot.
And it certainly paid off. Again, most of the wins have been on the front end. You've done a great job at some nice prices. But again, I think we do have the fast retailing race now, which is one from off the pace. It'll be the #1 fast retailing, getting it done for Shug McGaughey. How many different trainers have you ridden for up here? Do you know offhand?
I've ridden for a couple.
A number of them, yeah. And again, Terra Nova, Bond, McGaughey, among those that you've won for. Fast retailing here, again, the #1 horse coming off the pace. So another nice win at 13-1 here. As I say, a positive ROI for Eric Cancel. Talk a little bit about, you started your career in Puerto Rico. You rode a little bit there, came to the United States. Are there any significant differences riding there and riding here?
Man, the difference between the jockeys, I mean, over here it's been much tougher for me, because I'm riding with the great jockeys that are right now, and I mean, it's really tough because they already have their name. You know that you're just coming. They already have their name. They're already in their house. So you just gotta deal with it the first couple of weeks or a month, and after that, the people get knowing you, and you'll keep getting better chances, and that's how you're gonna keep on going.
And I always like to talk a little bit, jockeys, trainers, owners, about Saratoga in particular. It's such a different venue and different atmosphere. The city is tied into the game, the media is tied into the game, and every day you show up, the stands are full. What are your impressions of Saratoga?
I mean, it's been a really nice experience. I've never been to a racetrack that is full almost every day. And riding for these top trainers, I mean, I've never expected me for a bug boy riding for these top trainers like Shug McGaughey, Jordan Bond, Todd Pletcher. I even rode for Chad Brown. I mean, I appreciate them for giving me the opportunity, because I know they usually don't use bug boys, but I've had my chance, and I thank them for it.
Yeah, it's had your chance, and so far so good. As I said, it's a really nice meet for a 5-pound apprentice. What's the game plan after this? Down to Belmont, I assume?
Yeah, I'm going back to Belmont, and after Belmont, I'm just gonna stay in Aqueduct for the winter.
Very good. And as I say, so far so good. 5-pound apprentice Eric Cancel riding very well on the arrival in the United States, in New York, and now up here in Saratoga. Positive ROI so far, and there's still 18 days left. You have 5 mounts today?
Yep, I have 5 mounts today.
Keep your eyes on Eric Cancel.